Hello, my name's John Gignac. I'm from the Hawkins Gignac Foundation for CO Education, as well as the 34-year retired firefighter. We're here today with a special guest, Ryan from the Central York Fire Service, and we have a few questions we'd like to ask them. Instead of us always broadcasting our attitude, we'd like to see what their attitude is about some of the questions we have. Brian, glad to have you here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Well, we always have the same question asked to us. The foundation is doing great work in the community. The foundation means a lot to people so that we can raise funds and give out CO alarms.
Yeah.
But we need to know, how does the fire service feel about what the foundation is doing, and what do you think we could do better?
Wow, that's a great question. John, when I first met you was at a conference, and I heard you speak and heard your passion, and I was inspired, just like everyone else is who hears you speak. So what can the foundation do better? You know what? We have a door-to-door campaign right now where we go out in the public and we knock on residents' doorsteps and we talk to residents. And I think that's the power that you have, is you communicate with people so well. I want to invite you and the foundation to come with us for the Stay Fire Smart program. We knock on every resident's door in Central York on a 5-year cycle. I'd love for you to be there with us, because at the end of the day, when we work together as a team collaboratively, I think we can get the message out for carbon monoxide.
Well, that's a good idea, because I've often thought about it. Smoke alarms save lives.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide and Fire Prevention Week, we should have a walkthrough, and I think that's a great idea. I'd love to come up and do that. Also, we've been trying to educate, and you're an educator. So what kind of education do you think that we can do, and how do you think we can forge into the government to get into the schools to educate the children with Ricky, the CO Safety Ranger?
Wow. I love Ricky, first and foremost, Ricky the Safety Ranger. He's all about educating people on carbon monoxide and CO safety. To me, kids like coloring. I got a 4-year-old daughter right now, and she loves coloring. So anything you can do with that, I think a coloring book, getting out in the community, pairing up with the Ontario Fire Marshal's office, different programs that way. The foundation can do all types of amazing things, and I think Ricky will be a household name if we do that.
One of the questions I've always wanted to ask the firefighter, when I was down in Prince Edward Island just recently, trying to get the laws passed down there, I talked to a lot of volunteers, and a lot of volunteer departments do not have any money whatsoever. They're using hand-me-down equipment. They don't have CO monitors to monitor their houses that they're going into. So one of the programs that I was thinking in the back of my mind was, how can we get used equipment or whatever that other fire services aren't really in need of, and refurbish that and get it out to these volunteer departments that really need our help.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're a full-time firefighter. To me, a volunteer firefighter gives a ton to his community.
Yeah.
They are important people. How can we help them? And that's one of the big questions I came back with from PEI.
Yeah. Well, I started off in the old Aurora Fire Department, and before we were Central York, and I worked with a lot of great volunteers, and so I know exactly what you're talking about when you say that. So how can we go out and do that? Let's work together. Let's figure it out. And that's what we're here today, just to have a conversation and figure things out. If you need us, we're there for you, and whatever you need. I think your leadership, John, I want to thank you for that. I think you're a champion of leadership and fire safety, and we're happy to partner with you. So whatever we need to do.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here with you guys, because like I said, I came from the fire service. I think once you're a firefighter, you're always a firefighter.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank you for helping us along the way. What are your main impressions about carbon monoxide and Carbon Monoxide Awareness Week? We all know how I feel.
Yeah.
But I need to know for how you feel about it.
Well, we do right now with Central York Fire Prevention Week. We have a different topic every day. And carbon monoxide, it's going to be one of our topics of the day, and we feel so strongly about it that it's not just smoke alarms. It's carbon monoxide and smoke alarms. On all our messaging, we test your alarms. It's not smoke alarms, it's not CO alarms, test your alarms. And getting the message out there, that's what we need to do. And that's why we knock on everyone's door, and we have firefighters go door to door in the community. The feeling you get when a firefighter knocks on your front door to talk about CO alarms, and you see that little child sitting there looking at you, it's almost like a superhero's at your front door. And the only reason they don't want to talk to you today is because their alarm is because of their alarms. So,
I think at the end of the day, it's all about saving lives.
Yeah.
And it's whether it's from fire or CO safety or whether it's safety in the home. It doesn't matter what aspect it is.
Yeah.
It's all about saving lives, carbon monoxide or fire safety.
Yeah.
So Ryan, thank you very much for being with me today.
Yeah.
If you need more information, you can go to endthesilence.ca or
cyfs.ca for all your safety tips. And John, thank you again for the amazing partnership.
Thank you for having me.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.